afternoon, I'm Mefyn Hughes. This is my proposal for my final major project, songwriting experimentation for a rock pop band. Just some information, some context before we start. I wrote my first song about 4 years ago, and I believe that I've progressed quite a lot since then, and that's why I've chosen a songwriting project for my final major project. I did consider performance, but I think I'd keep that for something outside college, and I think songwriting would be a great place to start in college, where I have the facilities here to record my songs once I've written them. So that is the basis of my project. I will write 3 songs and record them here in college and have 3 high quality demos that I can post on SoundCloud. So why is this project relevant to me and my future? So I'm in a band outside college, a Welsh language band called Gaelert, and I think writing these 3 songs will be important so I can show the songs to my other band members and try get some feedback from them so I can improve my songwriting in the future. Yeah, I think I've covered that, and obviously I'm doing it in Welsh, so hopefully I can post that out to my target audience, which is young Welsh speakers, and try and get some feedback from them as well. So next is my research element. So next week we are going to Monkey Studios, where we'll be recording a pre-written song that I've written in the past, and hopefully I can release that onto SoundCloud as an experimentation to see how it goes down. This week I've been trying to set up an interview with a Welsh artist so I can get some tips on the industry and how he goes about writing songs, and I've been looking at setting up a focus group with my classmate and target audience so I can get a feel for what they like in Welsh music. So next, problem solving. In last year's final major project, we had a band which we did a performance with, and one of the guitars dropped out, so I had to replace him fairly quickly. So I think I can get around that, because I'll be having a band to record the songs with, so if a case like that does happen again, then I've already prepared somewhat for that. In this year's performance project, we had difficulties deciding the set, which won't be as difficult this year because I'm getting musicians in and I'm telling them what to play, and it's not really, it's all what I want to play. So likely problems for this project. Sometimes when I write songs, I just have a mental block and I can't think of everything. I think we've all been there, and in that case I might have to look at some collaboration work. As we all know, 2 minds are better than 1, so I think collaborating with some people in the class would be a good idea. As I mentioned before, issues with the band can happen, so I'll have to look at replacing them, and I think the recording studio will be a busy place over the next 9 weeks, so if a situation does occur where I don't have access to the studio, then I'll have to record the songs through Logic. So next is my planning and production. I've split up my project into 4 phases, and first phase is research and planning. So as I mentioned, I'll be doing all of the focus groups, the interviews, and next week going to Monkey, and I'll be planning, making sure all the band are happy to play the songs with me. Phase 2, I'll be doing the most practical element of the project, which is songwriting and pre-production. This will consist of me writing the 3 songs and getting the band together, teaching them the songs and getting rehearsed for the next phase, which is production, where we'll be hopefully in the studio and just getting the 3 songs down to the highest quality we can. And the 4th phase is evaluation and presentation, where I'll be evaluating the whole project and releasing my songs onto SoundCloud. Next is my action plan. Now, with my action plan, I've added 3 elements to each week, which are research, practical and evaluation. And what this has given me is sort of a checklist of things to do. So every day I'll be coming in and I'll have something in my mind, because when you come in and you've got no objectives to complete, then productivity isn't as good as when you've got these things and you do it and you come in and you just get your head down and do it. So that is my action plan. I think I've strategically placed it in a way that everything fits in and it all makes logical sense, I hope. Next is my practical skills. The skills I will use for this project are lyric writing, instrumentation skills, communication skills, writing skills, digital skills and songwriting skills. I think these are all elements where I would like to improve, but the 2 I would most like to improve are my lyric writing and songwriting skills. I think these will come in with my interview with the Welsh artist. I think I'll be talking a lot about these 2 things and seeing what tips I can pick up off them. Next is my evaluation and reflection. I'll document this my project by frequently expressing my thoughts and decision making through a paragraph on the previous week's progress. The main types of means I will use to evaluate my work are peer feedback, maybe some feedback from the artist I'm setting up the interview with, some feedback from Tim. And I will be documenting the whole process through my Wix web page, which leads me on nicely to my presentation. So once I'll upload my songs on SoundCloud, they'll be out for the world to listen to, and obviously I'll get the feedback I desire from my peers and other friends, and most importantly my target audience. I hope to send it around my target audience, because that's what matters the most, is what the people you want to hear the music think about it. And I was initially going to choose Spotify, but I think SoundCloud is a more informal platform, and as I said, it's an experimentation project. So if I were to upload them on Spotify, it's much more professional, and I want to get as much feedback as I can so I can improve. So that has been my presentation. I'll now take any questions.